It looks like you've pasted a transcript from a video discussing Russian reactions to UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer and French President Emmanuel Macron, as well as a separate news story about a murder investigation in Kent. Are you looking for an analysis of the Russian statements, insights into UK-Russia relations, or something else? Let me know how I can help. That headline sounds like typical clickbait. From what you shared, it looks like a Russian MP, Evgeny Popov, made aggressive remarks on live TV, criticizing Keir Starmer and Emmanuel Macron, especially over their stance on Russia and NATO. The rhetoric about nuclear threats and targeting British troops is definitely strong, but this kind of tough talk isn't unusual from Russian officials, especially on state TV. Do you think this is a serious escalation? Here's a rewritten and rephrased version of the news article with improved clarity and flow. Russian MP issues threats against UK and France amid rising tensions. A Russian lawmaker has launched a scathing attack on UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer and French President Emmanuel Macron during a live television broadcast. Evgeny Popov, an MP from Vladimir Putin's United Russia Party, issued direct threats in response to recent Western policies and military aid to Ukraine. During his appearance, Popov accused NATO of encroaching on Russia's borders and claimed that Ukraine poses a direct security threat to Moscow. He dismissed allegations that Russia deliberately targets civilians, stating that military operations focus only on strategic infrastructure. However, when pressed on the thousands of civilian casualties, he maintained that Russia was acting in self-defense. In a particularly alarming statement, Popov reacted to reports suggesting the UK might deploy troops to Ukraine after a potential peace deal. He warned that British soldiers would become direct targets for Russian missiles, emphasizing that any Western military presence in Ukraine would be unacceptable. The Russian MP also took aim at Macron, accusing him of nuclear threats against Russia. "If you bomb us with nuclear weapons, we will kill you all," Popov declared, escalating the already tense rhetoric between Moscow and Western leaders. Despite these hostile remarks, he insisted that Russia is open to negotiations but expects security guarantees from the West. He dismissed the impact of Western sanctions, claiming Russia's economy remains stable despite ongoing economic pressures. Meanwhile, former US President Donald Trump's recent comments about potential new sanctions on Russia were met with skepticism. Popov downplayed their effectiveness, arguing that Moscow has already adapted to years of economic restrictions. As tensions between Russia and NATO continue to rise, these statements highlight the growing friction between Moscow and Western governments. Starmer's and Macron's positions on Ukraine appear to have drawn direct threats from Russian officials, raising concerns about potential further escalation. This version keeps the key details while making the information clearer and more structured. Let me know if you'd like any further refinements, or just more of the usual posturing from Moscow.